What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Red Show. Tonight we're going to discuss Kanye West. She take my money when I'm in need. Listen, all them contracts getting snatched. Y'all want to discuss it? Let's go. It's the AJ Red Show starring me, AJ Red. Look, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Y'all ready to get into this next topic? Let's go. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the AJ Red Show. It's me, your boy, your homie, your cousin, your friend, your neighbor, maybe even your co-worker, AJ Red, and I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. Listen, tonight we're going to be discussing Kanye West and his foolery, but before I get into all that, please go ahead now. If this is your first video, please go ahead and hit that notification bell to make sure that when I upload these videos, you can be one of the first ones to see that motherfucker. And also one of the first ones to comment. Please comment on these videos. And also hit that thumbs up button. That's the like button. Please also share these videos if you're new. If you're an old subscriber, I can say old subscriber, I guess because I have some of my good and faithful ones that's been here since day one. Like Sherman Neek and them, you know. Hey, cuz. Listen, just like y'all, I need y'all to do the same. Still share these videos, like them, comment in the comment section, and hit the thumbs up button for me, please. And please, like I said, share the video with somebody. Your cousin on the other side of the family, on your daddy's side or the mama's side. I don't know what side you put me on, whatever. Share with the other side. Share with your neighbor. Share with your landlord. He needs something to laugh at too when that rent check come in late, and he needs something something for him to think about. Why you need to forget about why you late for that rent. Hopefully you're not. God bless it. But anyway, moving on with the show, jumping right in with Kanye West. I came tonight, I was going to say, look, at first I wasn't going to discuss this shit, but my whole thing is, I'm trying to figure out, has Kanye really lost his fucking mind? Or is it really he's speaking his truth? I think more of me now is teetering side or towards the side of, I think he done lost his damn mind. He done fucking around there about a week or so ago and made some anti-Semitic comment about the Jewish folk, kind of wishing death upon all of them. Not just saying that, but he made some other comments towards black rappers, black men, or black people in general, and just went fucking buck wild crazy. He had talked a lot of shit. I've been watching interviews, that he was doing about the White Lives Matter gear and all that stuff, and the attire that he had worn. And I was thinking to myself, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I was like, okay, when he said what it meant, which was basically people put more value on white lives, and he said it was more sarcastic than it was a truth, or more than it was like a joke or anything. It was just him speaking his truth and being kind of sarcastic in a way. So, but now I just don't understand what the fuck went on inside the boy's head. Now, some kind of way he done went down to the thing and interviewed with all these different people. He done said something all about his mouth. He done lost his mind, said some shit, and now he over there losing contracts left, right, and sideways. He done lost contracts which was under review since like October 6th of this year, 2022 was under review, and they were trying to figure out after his motherfucking rent whether or not they were going to keep his ass aboard or keep their contract with him. And here recently they decided to cut him loose. I believe it's reported allegedly that Balenciaga cut his ass loose. It was also allegedly reported that Vogue cut him loose. It was several brands, even the Gap, gave him the old motherfucking heave on and put him to the curb. And this is my thing. I had this conversation with a couple of people. Honestly, not really a conversation. I listened to them because I wasn't saying a fucking thing because I didn't want to say anything to them that would make their, my opinion make them feel some type of way about how I felt about it. That's what I had this platform for. And literally, I didn't have to listen to their motherfucking feedback or their doubts or whatever. But also, I was on the way home from a 9-to-5 job, and I was on the phone with a good friend of mine. And it was a conversation she was having with family in the background as it pertained to Kanye's situation as it came up on the news at their good old house over there in New Orleans. So, but anyway, the debate went back and forth between she and some family members that basically, you know, Kanye, she felt like Kanye West did it on purpose to get out of contracts that he was in with these individuals so that he could pursue other endeavors such as his own clothing line and some other stuff he had going on. He was talking about, and also further pursuing, you know, backing Donald Trump and helping either himself or Donald Trump become president in 2024. Now, I'm gonna say this: if that was his plan, he could have did it a whole different way. To put it like that, because in the end, like I told her, I had to butt in and be like, you know, sometimes in these contracts, these motherfuckers be having. They have clauses in these contracts. They can't do certain shit to violate the contract, you know, such as anti-Semitic rants, racist rants, you know, be accused of rape, or, you know, pretty much associated with some kind of negative bullshit that will put their company in the limelight negatively. And they don't want that. And I'm pretty sure most of these companies take the time to put that kind of shit in their clause, but some kind of way, the boy took and lost his rabbit ass motherfucking mind. He went talking crazy about the people, you know, having one of his Kim Burrell moments, going on a rant. I honestly believe, again, at this point now, he needs to go on somewhere and seek some medical attention, some mental medical attention, because there ain't nowhere in the motherfucking world you can sit up and say and call yourself. He talk about all the money that he has and told, I think if the man was named, what's the name of the store? Shit, Pierce Morgan. He told him maybe he can take a few tips from him, and maybe if he listened to him, this is what Kanye West told Pierce Morgan. Maybe you can be rich and not be broke or poor, whatever the fuck he told the man. But the bottom line, the shit was ass backwards. Yes, he did a lot during that time, you know, to gain his fame and to gain his following, but it was mostly the black folk that actually gave him his stardom, his following, you know, and supported him as fans. But like I say, somewhere along the way, he fell down a fucking rabbit hole. Now, if you ask me, I believe it's just another one of the sad situations to where, and I'm just gonna say it, one of them Kardashian chicks done got their motherfucking hooks up in him. They done sucked him dry of his good sense, Kim did, and done sent him on his way. Not only did he just not deal with the death of his mother during that time, you know, but like I said, being with a fucked up, you know, individual like Kim Kardashian, in my opinion, that's just my opinion, being raised in a fucked up, ratchet ass, rich household, you know, under the rule of Kris Jenner, or whatever the fuck her name is, and being a product of that, I thought honestly for a long time, until I did some research, I thought that the Kardashian show actually started before the sex tape between Ray J and this other girl come out, Kim. But come to find out, shit, that was the kicker. They went but like several months apart. So at the end of the day, Kris Jenner been pimping these girls out, and at the same time targeting up and coming black artists and movie stars and shit like that, basketball players. And here's another one that just fell victim to the plot. At the end of the day, he just somewhat between being married to, having children with, leaving or whatever, somewhat dealing with that Kardashian family. I think that's what really fucked him up. Because in the end, there's nowhere in the world that a person that came out with lyrics like he had when he first came out, music the way he did it when he first came out, what he stood for, and what the fuck he believed in, all of a sudden now, this is what we get as a product of us going by CDs back then, fucking supporting at the concerts, you know, shit like that, buying Yeezys and shit like that. Hell, as far as it's concerned, people aren't even keeping that fucking bullshit. They over there on TikTok and Instagram and shit burning thousands of whatever the fuck you want to call it, except Jesus wear and shit like that on TikTok. Tens of thousands of bullshit. First of all, I would have never even given him that kind of money for that ugly ass shit that he went down there and fucking made. That shit like fucking space boots. Like space boots with holes in them motherfuckers. The bottom line is you can only wear them in the summertime or the spring, like She by Sheree. Because if you wore the motherfuckers in the winter, your feet gonna freeze. And when hurricane season come, you know, when the flooding happen, you know, fuck your ankles and your knees, shit, you need to start at your toes. You're done. Them some ugly ass fucking shoes, in my opinion. Just my opinion. It's some ugly motherfucking shoes, and people go out there and buy them motherfuckers and make this crazy motherfucker rich. while others are now upset behind their sponsorship they've given him, not only the corporations and the companies, but the followers, the fans, some of them, and the merchandise people, the merchants or whatever you want to call you motherfuckers that bought the shit, the shoes and all the clothes and shit out there burned up as shit now. First of all, the shit was ugly, like I said when he brought it out. It looked like somebody it was Army gear versus Salvation Army gear. Yeah, Salvation Army gear meets Army gear or some shit like that. Or Salvation Army gear, I don't know. It was ugly. Bottom line. But he got made filthy fucking rich off all that ugly ass shit, even on the runway with fashion shows that he gave. And you mean to tell me, friend, I know you're watching somewhere, you mean to tell me looking at that ugly shit, you think he was going to go off somewhere and start a fucking clothing line? Who the fuck he partnered up with, because everybody else done dropped him? He don't have nobody other than Donald Trump. And both of them right now just some blunt, outspoken motherfuckers. That's pretty much all they have in common. And Kanye is talking about everybody else has been brainwashed, but shit, it's like he been brainwashed a long time ago. You need to go back down there to St. Peter Baptist, what the thing is, St. Episcopal, somewhere down there and get his motherfucking ass baptized again and see if he can get all that bullshit washed up off of him from them Kardashians and that Trump situation. Because look like to me, he got himself in a hell of a situation. All that yipping and yapping and don't know what's happened. There were better ways he could have expressed himself, got his point across, and still made his money and kept himself in alignment. A lot of the artists do it all the time. Rappers, we're not going to say Lil Boosie because Lil Boosie just said what the fuck ever he want to say. So we're not even going to count him. He done made his money, still making it, and he don't give a fuck. He just say what he got to say and give his opinion. Well, which is cool. But like I say, Kanye went out there and offended a whole group of people. You fuck with the Jews. You didn't go fuck with the LGBTQ. I think that's like one of the next level up worst groups to even fuck with or insult is the Jewish people. Can't fuck with them like that. And I think he learned that the hard way. And I don't think most of the companies separated from him for just that fact alone. I think it was kind of the same way of the decision being made as with Wendy Williams when she lost her show. They didn't see you being cognitive. They didn't see you making sound decisions when it came to public speaking and presenting their brand in a positive way in which they mean it to be. Yeah, it might be some fuckery going on in the backgrounds at the board meetings and things down there at the wineries and the cigar meetings, but they not letting us see that shit. But you out there being on the front lines talking shit, saying all kind of fucked up racist ass, anti-Semitical ass bullshit, and getting the people all aroused in a negative way. And now look what you done did. You done fucked up the thing. Yeah, I mean, he's worth a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, he has made a lot of money over his career span. And I think he's very far from broke. But the bottom line is, excuse me, he still has built enough for generational wealth for his children. If you don't go and fuck it all off somewhere, cutting up and acting a fool. Now, Elon Musk even spoke on the situation when he got called under fire saying, how in the hell he let, Ye, Kanye, Yeezy, whatever the fuck he called himself these days or this week. They was trying to figure out how the fuck Elon Musk, now owning Twitter, after he bought it, they trying to find out how he allowed Kanye ass to get access again to Twitter. And very quickly, he responded in the same response when they asked him. He was like, first of all, I just bought the motherfucking company. And when I bought it, I didn't give him access to it. I didn't even know. The decision didn't come from me, It came from somewhere else. Somebody done fucked up the thing over there. But he said basically it's going to be taken care of. How it's going to be done, I don't know. Maybe he's going to go back and suspend his account or some shit like that. Just like his buddy Trump. They done got themselves put off several social platforms. But again, like I said before, this is a product of not just society and mental health, because, maybe he had a mental health condition long before we even knew about it, before it became public, and we just knew him as Kanye back then. But again, something happened, because back then, the lyrics he was spitting back then was some fire-ass shit. Once he got with that woman, that Kardashian girl and shit, he really got fucked up. He got turned left, right, sideways, upside down. And then he lost his mama somewhere I think in the beginning of it all, somewhere along there. I don't even know if she made the wedding or not for, because she was supposed to bring the bubble coolers and whatnot. So I don't know if she made it down to the thing. I can't, in the potato salad. I don't know if she made it down to the thing or not. But the bottom line is, it's just, we're watching another celebrity like go down in flames, crash and burn, because if somebody don't go over there and knock on that door and check on him and see if he really okay, and take some kind of therapist over there, some kind of psychiatrist, and let them psycho evaluate this motherfucker and see if he belongs locked up somewhere, you know, not locked up, but put up somewhere for you know, good meaning, padded walls, you know, real nice dinner, steak, filet mignon, all that nice shit, you know, scrimp tacos and shit, that kind of stuff. He still eat real good, but they got to keep him up in there for a while till they, you know, make sure he's good and safe to go back out on the streets, and he's not a threat to himself or society, because something, again, is clearly gone really fucking wrong. He said once upon a time that he does have medication. He chooses to take it whenever the fuck he wants to, and if he don't want to take it, he says so be it. So clearly, somebody is, you know, off the wagon. Somebody is not going through their Monday through Sunday through Sunday, with Sunday through Saturday pill box. I almost fucked them because the days of the week my own self. Too many shots. But he clearly, you know, getting all the prescriptions, refilling. He ain't eating them motherfuckers, you know. Eat your medicine. That is the PSA, you know, for people, and Kanye West, eat your motherfucking medicine. If it's, you know, if it's mental medicine, high blood pressure, you know, diabetes, you know, whatever, high cholesterol, whatever the fuck you might be dealing with. Hopefully you're not dealing with any of those things, and you find a way to get rid of them real quick other than medicine, and you're not harming anybody else or yourself, you know, more power to you. But as for him right about now, I think he need to start with either going down there to a monk's camp and spending some time down there in solitude and shutting the fuck up and not saying much, because if he keep talking like this here, he gonna find himself broken out there with that same sweater he got on now, out there begging for change, with one of them hats he be wearing. Because something ain't right. And he gonna be able to spend up all this money with the bullshit, getting sued with the people and carrying on, acting crazy, cussing out the folk, and calling them all kind of shit and wishing death to him. And quiet as kept, somebody to say the only reason he did that because he heard that Kim Kardashian was dating a man that was Jewish, and that he, you know, jammed Kim Kardashian out between her nether region and betwixt her legs and whatnot and so forth in front of her fireplace or some shit like that. And some kind of way he heard about it, and it set him up in flames, you know, made him real mad, made him envious and jealous and all that good stuff. And that's kind of part of what added to his rant. I don't know. I didn't see that part in any of the interviews, but in the end, bottom line is eat them motherfucking pills. That's what you eat, them motherfucking pills, because maybe they're going to calm you down and make you think twice, maybe 3 or 4 times before you get out before the public and speak a nigga total ass of yourself and lose your money. Now, I don't think this is something he did intentionally to lose contracts. If it is, I'm going to say it was a stupid-ass business move, because I'm sure there was some kind of penalty for getting out of them contracts. So he's not getting out of them contracts just scot-free just because he's been fired. He's been fired for breaching probably one of those clauses in that contract. Most jobs have them, especially even in the hierarchy as to, you know, when it comes to being a spokesperson or a spokesmodel or an artist and shit like that. When you sign on to certain labels, certain shit they don't want you doing. Because again, they don't want that negative spotlight brought to their label or their brand. They ain't trying to fuck up the thing. So that's why a lot of folk get dropped, you know, from different labels and different shit like that. And apparently, he's been dropped from several. And who knows who's next to come, or who I haven't mentioned already on this video that has already dropped his ass as we speak. I mean, dropped him like a hot rock in the desert. Listen, the peoples ain't playing. And they're firing back at him. Lil Boosie, like I said, went in on him talking about how he got up on there and apologized to the Jews, but he didn't apologize to the black folk. Well, the bottom line is, he figured Jews got more money and got more to give and more attention, as to where blacks don't really have that much, but we're the ones that helped start his motherfucking career in the first place and been keeping him on that level ever since, even when it came to dealing with that Kardashian girl. Because a lot of black folk followed him. I don't know what the fuck for. I didn't, but a lot of them did. He now figures he's dealt with enough backlash and enough fire from his statements and all this other shit. He said, I've been obliterated, eliminated, and all this other stuff, humiliated, and I feel bad about it, and I apologize. So now, you think because you apologize, people just supposed to forget the shit and move the fuck on. You been on a rant for like a month, my nigga. You been tripping for a while now. Eat them motherfucking pills. I told you. You can't just go out there and blur out some shit and call a bitch an ugly motherfucker in front of the public down at the Walmart in the meat section, you know what I'm saying, or the frozen vegetable section, and expect to see them at the cashier and speak to them and say, "Ooh, I'm sorry for embarrassing you and calling you an ugly bitch." Although they may have been ugly, but that wasn't your right to call it out. Eat your fucking pills. But you want to expect them to be okay with it down to the register. Now they want to punch you in the face. It is what it is. So for every action, there's a reaction, I guess is what I've been taught. But anyway, that's all I got for this bullshit. I really don't have too much more. Y'all remember to like, subscribe, and share all these videos. Hit that thumbs up button to make sure you show me that like button. The thumbs up. If I'm saying it right, yeah. And comment these motherfucking videos. Tell me what y'all thought about this. Tell me what y'all think about Kanye's actions. And if y'all think it's right for those brands to have dropped him. I say yes, but tell me what you think. Yeah, share with somebody you know. Share with a motherfucker you don't know. Share with somebody you like. Share with some son bitch you don't give a fuck about. Because in the beginning and the end, if y'all don't like each other, I'm pretty sure one of y'all end up liking me, even if you don't. So share with somebody. All right. Make sure to stay positive. Keep up your high vibrations. Love yourself real good. Only love those in return. Or love those that will love you the same in return and give you the same energy. All right. Take care of y'all motherfucking self. And stay out of trouble. All right. Holla.